Welcome back to Game Devs Play Games, where you can watch games and practice game design. And we are back with the Doki Doki Literature Club. And we're just about to hear from Monica after we've read everyone's poetry.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Oh boy. Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of.
Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event.
Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event.
Stripping! Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're gonna be performing.
Well, you're not wrong. Performing?
Monica? Yeah, we're gonna be having a poetry performance.
Oh no.
Each of us are gonna choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. It's gonna be a poetry slam.
That'll end up well.
Sarah's putting it all on the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time.
Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see.
Like stick figures.
Like crayons.
Yeah, right.
It's like a smiling stick figure with this house in the sunshine. It's gonna be great.
And like raining blood in the bag.
Yeah. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting these posters up, did you?
Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea?
Well, no, it's not a bad idea. It's only a terrible idea. But I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that.
Imagine it. Yuri shakes her head in fear. Imagining
Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better. The better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them and find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. We all do. And it all takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem. Then I know you can do it.
Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members, and the least we could do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with.
All right. Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri?
Fuck no.
Yuri dejectedly glances at everyone else's expectant faces.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri! This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Yeah, probably.
Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're gonna practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way.
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh, no. Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little bit more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see.
Look at Monica's face. You can see like a faint outline of her like, ha, mouth behind her mouth.
Oh my God, you totally can.
I don't know if that's like an art bug or if...
That's so creepy, you're right. Like she got into the chocolate or something. She had some of that Yuri chocolate.
Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium.
The title of this poem is The Way They Fly.
Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. And finally, Monica finishes the
recitation?
The recitation.
I've never heard that.
The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
Words over here. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Ooh, what? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye.
Satan. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting it in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost as if what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, and she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat.
Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing.
Yuri looks like Yuri's down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks up to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it. Try to think like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like your soft
Roses
voice...
are red.
Her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning.
What a jerk. It probably wouldn't mean anything if I read it. Ooh.
Well, I mean, that in its own way is sort of a compliment.
Yeah, I guess it's Sayori, yeah.
It's a poem that's sort of engineered more for performance than it is for reading.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
fair.
That's a legit thing. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply inside someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Even Chris has liked it. I guess that's a good sign.
What does that even mean? Means you don't like shit.
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. Wow. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Chris. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Chris lower everyone's standards a little bit before I have to do it.
Natsuki?
It's fine, it's fine. Might as well get it over with. It's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. Stand up in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive an applause anyway. Sorry I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
Pulls out a gun.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting, duh.
Anyway, the poem's called Jump.
Uh-oh.
Natsuki takes a breath. When she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark
style.
And it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat.
That wasn't bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Well,
It's kind of the deal.
do you at least feel prepared to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing.
That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me.
Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess that's the case. You won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice for the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this.
All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to get the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club, and impressing Monica. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep.
Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
No, it's not. Shut up. Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Chris. You don't have to say it.
Whatever. Let's go already.
I'm too cool for school, man.
Fuck you guys. I walk home with Sayori once more.
No, but seriously.
Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
I'm sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do? What kind of
question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. I would walk home with Yuri. Walking home with Yuri, huh? Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? Given how hard it is for her to socialize, I'd feel awful turning her down, so...
Isn't she so beautiful and smart?
That has nothing to do with what I just said.
You admitted it.
Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen.
Well, maybe. But I just like to think about it. It's not that long before you won't need me anymore, you know?
Need you? Sayori, I can't figure out how you're seeing things in your own head right now.
Sorry.
Everyone is different. Nobody in the club is a replacement for you.
If you say so.
Conversation trails off and I left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Who knows?
So, you want to do the poem now or in the next episode? Because we're at the end of this one.
I mean, if we're at time, we can just do the poem in the next episode.
Yeah, let's do the poem in the next episode. So,
all right,
question of the day. I mean, I think there's a lot to talk about that last interaction with Sayori.
Do tell.
Well, I mean, I think there's definitely starting to show some signs that Sayori doesn't feel as, like, wanted almost, you know?
I mean, they're definitely doing more to reinforce that idea that they're kind of, like, competing.
Yeah.
For...
Except Sayori's is a little bit different. Because it's not like competing, because she's very happy with whatever happens, but I feel I think she's going through something.
I think Sayori was content before because she felt as though having a history with the main character meant that she kind of already had dibs.
Right. And now that's kind
and
of
that she was,
around.
You know, safest to claim the main character
I'm not
as
sure
hers.
if I have a good question out of that, but I'm just like...
I would say, what are they doing to kind of establish this... this
rivalry almost?
Rivalry or just relationships between characters.
What are they doing to establish relationships between characters? I think that's a good way to look at it.
I mean, we could be reading it wrong. It's not necessarily competitive.
Right. No, who knows how it's supposed to be at this point. It's still so early.
I mean, this being the type of game that it is, like, it seems obvious that they would set it up to be a competition between them because, of course...
Right. But
of course, they're all going to be fawning over the main
also, like,
character.
going to have twists and turns here.
Oh, yeah.
So... if you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and answer the question of the day and tell us your thoughts on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Bye.
See you guys later.